What is hemp? There are many uses for the plant, and some of it dates back probably a lot longer than you realize. So let's take a couple minutes and let's actually look at the many benefits of hemp. Some you may know and some you may not. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video. You'll also see a bell notification located in the bottom of the screen. Clicking that would allow you to be notified once any videos are uploaded in the future. So today we're talking about hemp, and we're going to talk about the many uses and benefits of the plant. Now, what exactly is hemp? Because there is some confusion with it. Because yes, it does come from the cannabis family because it's included with the same family as marijuana, but yet it is not the same plant. Some people make that do confuse the two, and they're not the same, even though they're part of the same family. Marijuana is primarily used in a recreational drug practice, and I know that it does have medicinal uses, yes, but primarily a lot of people are going to be interested in it because it has a high level of THC, which does cause a psychoactive high. That's why people are primarily using the marijuana plant versus if you go to its cousin, the hemp plant. Hemp has very high levels of CBD, which is where a lot of people are seeing the medicinal value, but very low levels of THC. So it doesn't have kind of an impractical plant from that standpoint as a recreational drug. And also it's very fibrous. So the fibrous content and makeup of the plant make it very useful in some industrial settings that we're going to talk about in just a moment. So some of those industrial aspects could be used for like clothing and cordage and ropes. It can also be used for paper. The seeds are as a food source are very nutritious. You can produce lotions with the hemp seed oil. And of course we talk about CBD oil because it's very rich in CBD oil, which makes it very useful in the medicinal settings. Now the irony, if you're watching this in the United States, is that in the years past you can be able to buy hemp related products like clothes for instance, or hemp oil, hemp seed oil. But it wasn't until the Farm Bill of 2018 passed that it was actually legalized at the federal level to produce or grow hemp. So it kind of removed that taboo of making an incorrect association with the marijuana plant, because it does have a lot of industrial uses. And a lot of people have been saying for years and years, I mean, why do we still have these kind of archaic primitive laws when it can have so many different uses and we can grow it here domestically? Of course, we'll just kind of remove that and open up the doors for domestic production. Now, hemp is a food source. I mentioned before, those seeds, very nutritious. You can be able to buy those as a standalone item in your grocery store aisle, but you can also look on the back of some of the health foods like granolas or other different things. You may see that the hemp seeds are included as a component. Also too, clothing, cordage and ropes and paper. Hemp clothes have been around for a while. There are people who wear them. It's obviously a little bit more rough than like a cotton fiber, but they're very durable, and there are people who prefer to wear hemp clothing. I know that Levi Strauss in the last couple of months were producing a pair of jeans that included hemp intertwined within the fiber. So they're trying to make a very durable jean that included hemp fibers within it. Paper, I mentioned paper. You can make paper with it. It's going to be more of a specialty type of paper, so it isn't going to be ones that you'll pull out from your printer. So specialty items, maybe like banknotes, would probably be a good example. There is a higher production cost, which is one of the reasons you're only going to see it with a specialty type of paper setting. But it's been used with paper for quite some time, and then I was doing some research, and some of those records date back to about 2,000 years ago to China, in which they were using the hemp fibers in order to produce paper. So you do have it used in that aspects. The hemp seed oil can be used for lotion, so it does have those usage for the health and beauty aspects. Like ropes and cordage, and ropes in particular, you may find this fascinating, is that the ropes on the sail ships during the sailing area, in which we go back probably a couple hundred years ago when people were selling using those big sailboats or clipper ships, whatever the correct term was, going across vast seas, were using hemp to create those cords that they used on the boat. And I found that quite fascinating, because it did have that usage. And of course, now we've moved beyond that, so we don't really have that level of usage for it. But at one period of time, it was heavily used for that particular aspect and those components. And I mentioned a moment ago that the Farm Bill of 2018 was essentially what opened up the doors to legalize hemp production here domestically within the United States. So you could be to buy these products which were hemp derived, but you couldn't necessarily grow or cultivate hemp here domestically. Now, as far as CBD usage is concerned, hemp has high levels of CBD, low levels of THC. However, the thing you just need to be cautious about is if you're researching a CBD oil related product, you need to make sure you pay very close attention and find good quality companies that, number one, create a good quality product, but you need to make sure that they source high quality hemp produced domestically. And I'm going to talk about that in another video, because if you don't do your proper due diligence and you don't select the right partner, and if they're getting hemp from a source outside the United States, you can run across some problems, and there could be some potential toxins and heavy metals included with your final CBD product, and that's something you should be concerned with. But I will discuss that on another video, because I don't want to get too long on this one. But I do hope you find this helpful. I will have a link on the comments below if you want to click and look at some more information on my blog. But I do hope you find this helpful, and I do hope that it empowers you with information as a consumer. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and thank you for watching.